This guy sucks. This guy sucks. He's going against me again, boys. I don't know what to tell you. He's going against me again, and he's looking dumb. Let's go through it. Let's go through it right now. I can't wait to tell y'all. First of all, let's talk about Chris Moutinho. That dude's the worst fighter in the UFC history. He's a human punching bag. They stopped it standing up this time. Which they should have did with O'Malley. It was way worse with O'Malley. I mean, Sean was out there dribbling around, hitting faders and stuff on that boy. That was oh my gosh. Get this guy out of here. Send him wherever Greg Hardy's going, because that bum's finally gone too. Now, Miranda Maverick. I don't know what Miller had on this. We never talked about Miranda, but just know I had her right. Okay? So that's 1-0 on the night. Shout out to Drewski. We wrote on a parlay for that one. That's 1-0 on the night. And we keep going. The prelims are all right. Matthew Seamlessburger. I can't even say his last name. Him and AJ Fletcher's fight was nuts. That was an incredible fight. So, shout out to them. But anyways, we move on to the main card, where Alex Pereira just puts on an absolute clinic again. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, Miller had Bruno.
No, are you crazy?
Miller had Bruno.
Absolutely not.
He got the dog pee beat out of him. Now listen, Izzy better be careful, because the boy's coming again. The one who knocked him out cold in kickboxing is now coming for him in the UFC. You better watch out for this dude. He's a dog. Then we go up to Drew Dober versus McKinney. Hey. That's all I got to say right there. He be killing that little hair move, baby. Drew Dober's a dog. Almost got his light split out twice with knees. Ate him, said, and then came back and bullied that man. That boy beat him like he was addicted to it.
Match that you'd like to see, right? So yeah.
That's just another one I was right on. Okay, I just wanted to prove that. That's 3-0 on the night, all right? That's 3-0 on the night, everybody. So y'all can shut up, because I get this right. I do this. I profit. I actually make money. I'm not a little 12-year-old just talking yip-yap, making up anything on the internet. Now let's move on. Khalil Roundtree, Carl Roberson. Nobody cared about that fight. It was boring. Whatever happened, I think he knocked out Carl, made him look like an idiot. Whatever. Khalil's boring to me. Moving on to Sodiq versus Miller's boy, Alex Caceres. Now listen, I like the guy. Bruce Leroy. He's fun. He's got an afro. He's cool. He's a cool guy. He was on the channel. Miller talked to him. But you're talking about Sodiq? You're talking about a dog in Sodiq? A killer? He was tearing that man's legs to pieces. It was horrible. I hope Alex can still walk. I don't know how he's doing. I hope everything's all right with him. I hope he's able to get around the house good and relax a little bit, because that boy got bullied. But just know, everybody, Miller chose Alex. Miller chose Alex. Did everybody hear that? It's 0-2 for Miller on the night. 0-2. And now I'm 4-0. 4-0. Everybody hear that? I just want that to sink in when I say it. Then we move up to Song Yadong versus Bryce. Anybody want to take a guess who Miller had? Anybody want to take a guess who I had? Song Yadong. And Miller had Marlon Moraes. That boy was 0-3 on the main card already. We haven't got to the main event yet. He ain't hit one. And he's talking about me all the time? Laughing at what people say in the chat? Look who's laughing now.
Well, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord that your 5 minutes are up, Trey. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Andrew, Carlos, Beta, Cole, Risky, and company. Thank you guys for being here. Guys, listen. Luckily for this past weekend, and I wanted to start off talking about Sodiq, but let's just quickly go over what he said. I had Alex Pereira to win. He won. Drew Dober, I had him winning. I had Khalil. I had Sodiq. I had Song Yadong, and I had Ankalaev. So I hit every
It must be opposite day today. It must be opposite day today because you had the absolute opposite of every single one of those.
I hit every single fight. But guys, we improve every stream. So I have to quickly show real quick what we have here. A quick video for you guys to see what Sodiq had to say. Here it is.
Yeah.
Why is that the fight that you want?
Because I want to test myself against Bryce, man. Bryce put up a post a while ago asking for an opponent, and I had commented on it that I wanted to be his opponent. And he liked it, so I thought I was getting a fight with Bryce, and then like a week later they announced that he was fighting Edson. So I was like, oh, he just toyed with me, you know.
So guys, all right, now you see me and Trey back on the screen. Welcome to the stream, guys. Real quick, let's talk about it. I know how much you love Bryce Mitchell. Let's get going right from the jump. Sodiq kind of calls him out again. Now, what he said in the video, Trey, if you weren't able to see it, he said that before Bryce Mitchell was looking for an opponent, and Yusuf kind of raised his hand like, "Hey, pick me." He wasn't chosen, and that's okay. He wasn't chosen, but he calls Bryce Mitchell out again. My question to you: does he really want that smoke?
First of all, we don't even know if that's true. This dude could be lying right now, talking about he said, "Hey, pick me." We don't know that. We don't know that. He's barking up the wrong tree, buddy. You think Bryce goes around just picking all his fights and everything? Nah, he's a businessman. He's a businessman. He gets with Dana. They talk about it, and they say, all right, let's see who we can get you. He's not out here hand-choosing everybody. They just gave him who everybody was claiming to be a dog, and Edson Barboza. Everybody was claiming he's nice. He's on the feet. He's not going to be able to get him down. Those leg kicks. He's going to kick him. He's going to hit him with a head kick. Yeah. Sorry.
Your mic cut
Bryce manhandled that man.
He did. He
destroyed him.
He did.
And he would do the same thing to Sodiq. Sadiq's barking up the wrong tree, buddy. Go get you another fight that makes you look good and build your name up a little bit. Hey, listen, this was Bryce over a year off a layoff from a hand injury. And he's out here wrangling him up. Like he's a little sheep, picking him up. Putting him back where he belongs. He would bully this man. He would do the same thing he did to Essen. Who's not letting him take him down? He's getting anybody down. Nobody's stopping it. Y'all want to make the little jokes about Francis, about him being Khabib and all that stuff and disrespecting Khabib? You're talking about Bryce Nurmagomedov.
Bryce is special. Bryce is special. He moved up to number 9th ranked in the featherweight division. Edson is a veteran. I know Bryce Mitchell is your boy. Sodiq, look, I think it's a little bit too early. That wrestling, that jiu-jitsu will be too much for him. Listen, I really liked what I saw from Caceres if you want to quickly talk about him, but it's just he got eaten alive by the leg kicks. And it's easy to say if he adjusted to that, he would have had a better chance. Do you think he had any kind of chance against Yusuf, even if he did adjust to those leg kicks? Because he had his moments striking. But what do you have to say about Caceres as far as his performance?
I mean, that's literally what beat him. I don't know if he stopped the leg kicks, maybe something else would have happened, but he got tore up.
Oh, it was bad. It was tough to watch. Every leg kick that landed after like round number 3, I felt horrible for him. But he just wasn't able to adjust. I don't know if that has anything to do with his corner or if it's just something that, easier said than done. One person that agrees with you, by the way, Trey, you're kind of shifting it around like Kobe Covington.
I'll be speaking facts.
Where everyone hated you at first, but, we have Torrin Brown that says, as much as I like Sodiq, he stands no chance with Bryce Mitchell. We have somebody that agrees with you. Now, you know who fights this weekend, by the way? A man that beat Sodiq. Do you know who that is? I know you don't follow the sport. You watch it like only on weekends. So, in case you didn't know.
I didn't even know there was a fight this weekend. What? Who?
Arnold Allen fights this weekend. Yeah.
Oh, the guy who's about to beat Dan Hooker. Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, he fights this weekend. And
he's about to beat Dan Hooker this weekend.
I don't know. Dan Hooker might take that one. Dan Hooker can't catch a break. He fights just the elite of the elite all the time.
Maybe it's because he's not elite. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason. We don't be saying this about the other elite fighters when they're fighting elite fighters. We're not like, oh, he can't get a break. He's fighting all these good guys. No, he should be because he's a dog. Maybe Dan's not that guy, huh?
I mean, he's been in there with the best of them, man. He's been in there with Chandler, Poirier, Felder, Iaquinta, Makhachev, who Makhachev kind of dogged him, right? I mean, this man can catch a break. But it's just one of those things where I don't know. If he loses this time, all right, so he lost to Poirier, Chandler, beats Nasrat. He loses to Makhachev. What does it mean if it loses to Arnold Allen? What does this mean?
Exactly what I just said. He's not. He's a dog. Mm-hmm. He's like that. Dan Hooker might not be like that. That's the bottom line. He's a mid-tier guy. All right, we got it. We thought he could be top 5 and be up here with the dogs. He's not.
I don't know if I agree with that.
He's getting bullied by these cats. Michael Chandler made a highlight. He got a title shot off of him.
Yeah, he did. First round KO. He did.
Like, come on. This guy is not it. Come on.
Wow.
Sorry to the Aussies out there.
The disrespect. Now, Cole says Bryce is doing the twister on Sodiq. You got some people that agree with you.
Listen, that's the thing about me and Kobe. That's the thing about me and Kobe Covington. Hey, you may not like us because of the way we say it, but all we speak is facts.
Kobe actually lies a lot.
No, he doesn't.
Beta says, yes, it's screaming until even the latency wants to murder itself, says Beta. Torrent says, Bryce Mitchell is a boring fighter. Never excited to watch him fight. When I hear he's on the card, I immediately get pissed. I didn't plan to just talk about... I didn't plan to talk about Bryce Mitchell.
You're a boring person. That was a boring comment, you bum.
Is that something, Trey, that Bryce Mitchell struggles with? Is not being entertaining?
Struggles with what? He's a dog. He's great on the mic. He's an incredible guy, human being, and he dogs cats in the ring. What more do you want? That was a boring comment.
Tell me if this is fair. Remember, I got to buy you one of these. Tell me if this is fair.
Yeah, where
Trey.
is mine? I've been waiting on that, actually.
It's in the mail. I'm lying. It's not in the mail, actually, so don't wait on it.
Obviously.
Let me say something to you. Sean Strickland, Kobe Covington, Bryce Mitchell. What do they all have in common?
They're all white.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, but yes, that is true. They're all white. Yes. What else? There's 2 more things. If you could follow me here.
All right. Bryce Mitchell, Kobe Covington, and who?
Sean Strickland. Maybe it's unfair to put Sean Strickland in that category if that makes it easier for you.
Are you about to say something disrespectful?
I don't know.
This is some type of insult.
No, let me just throw it out there. Okay.
No. Go ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it.
Sean Strickland, Kobe Covington, Bryce Mitchell.
They're all dogs. They're all dogs. They can't be stopped.
This is the good thing I'm going to say about them, Trey. The good thing. They're all entertaining behind the mic. See, you couldn't catch that one. That's why I'm here to educate you in case you missed a couple things.
Did I say anything that wasn't a fact?
You didn't know Arnold Allen was going to fight this weekend. I'm just here to, all right, so that's the good thing, right?
Who he was fighting.
Listen.
Who he was fighting. You didn't even know he was fighting Dan Hooker until I said it.
Listen.
All right, say your stupid comment. Sorry, go ahead.
Listen, these three fighters, they're good behind the mic. You know what their problem is? In my honest opinion, you could disagree with me if you want. The problem with all three of them is that they're a little bit underwhelming, entertainment-wise, in the octagon. Colby has done a great job. While you take your time with the knowledge that was just spewed.
Listen to me. And all you idiots who agree with this.
Okay.
You're talking. I'm just gonna break each one of these guys down.
I'm talking about for the casuals. That's all I'm saying.
I don't care if you're a casual. If you're a casual, get out of here.
No, I'm not talking about anyone in the chat. I'm talking about their international appeal. That's all I'm saying. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's name something about Colby and Bryce that you say is the most important thing in the UFC to have. Wrestling. Well, they got it. And now it's not cool. Now it's not the thing. When that's the most important thing to have. You're talking about Bryce, who takes dudes down and mauls them, does things in the UFC that only one other person in the UFC has done. Shut up, you idiot.
You put a lot of weight on that twister submission as if that's going to
He almost did it twice. It's incredible. It's a hard move. Nobody can do it. That's why it's not done. That's why only one person other than him has done it. That's one person.
That's
got Colby. No. Then you got Colby, the person who arguably probably won against Usman the second fight, and they gave him a cheap little judging job.
I mean, Colby hasn't disputed it that much. Let me just quickly say about the Bryce Mitchell thing, that whole submission thing. Any basketball fans out there, let me just quickly say, that's the equivalent to me as like Carmelo Anthony, right? He doesn't win any rings. So what do you see on his resume all the time? Oh, 2-time Olympic champ. That's because it's not really that significant, but they got to throw something on there. That twister submission
is 5 fights in the UFC, and he's already done that. He's already making history.
It's not that impressive, in my opinion. The whole twister submission.
You are foolish. You sound dumb. That never happens. People were freaking out about that. That's history. Then you talk about Colby Covington, who can go in the ring and do it on the ground or standing up. He'll stand there and bang with you or be on the ground. His pace is unmatched. He's got the craziest cardio in the game.
What's the difference?
He never stops. You can never count him out.
What's the difference between Colby and Mitchell?
You think there's I think Colby has better hands. And I think Bryce is better on the ground.
This is episode 8. You're learning a little bit. I'm actually teaching you.
What do you mean? What did you just say?
You had to critically think. No, because you wouldn't have said that 6 episodes ago. That's good that you're noticing.
Colby has better hands. Bryce is better on the ground. Yeah.
I don't know about Bryce being better on the ground necessarily. With submissions, yes. I'm saying to get the person to the ground, Colby is just as good. Bryce Mitchell hasn't fought the best yet. That's what I mean. That remains to be seen. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying you're critically thinking. I kind of fed you that answer, right? That's all I'm saying. Yes, you're right. Colby Covington has better hands than Bryce Mitchell. And that's what is making Colby more appealing right now than Mitchell. I think Mitchell, all I'm saying is that entertainment-wise, he has ways to go. That's all I'm saying.
He's bullying. He knocked Edson down. Well, I mean, what else do you want? He knocked him down too. He got a knockdown in his fight and then mauled him on the ground.
He did great.
So please stop. Wake up. Don't be on the train later when it's already taken off.
No, he's great.
Apparently not. He's boring. Y'all sound so dumb. Y'all sound so dumb to even say that. And then you group him with Colby and then try and say they're different because Colby has better hands. Obviously, he's got better hands. But don't act like Bryce doesn't have any hands. He just knocked the dude down in his last fight after being off for a year and a half.
Large Knots, welcome to the stream. Snipey,
and then don't even maybe get on Sean Strickland when he's a dog and walks you down the entire time and throws the entire time and will never stop the pace. Yeah, that's real boring, ain't it? Y'all hate seeing people slug it out the whole 15 or 25 minutes.
It's important. Not only if you win, but how you win. Sean Strickland's last fight wasn't that spectacular. Now, granted, I would love to see him against an Adesanya. I'm just saying, all I'm saying is that Kobe, I think, broke through that door, right? That window of my fighting is not that entertaining, but people are gonna watch me because they hate me, right?
Here's the thing. Here's what you're doing.
Kobe, like Mayweather, has done that. That's all I'm saying. Kobe has done that. Mitchell and Strickland haven't done that yet. But talk to me.
You're trying to mask it.
You're
trying to mask casual fan with selfish fan. All y'all want is the knockout, the big highlight, the 16-second fight. Y'all don't really like the sport. Y'all don't really like the fighting. Y'all don't really like the technical aspects behind it.
If you want to be a big name in the UFC, you got to reach the masses. Let me ask you a question. McGregor, known by the masses.
That's what that comes on the mic. That comes on the mic.
Kind of. But let me ask you this: Has Kobe broken through that? Is he known by the majority of people, UFC fans or not?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Yes. How about Bryce Mitchell?
He's close. That's what I'm saying. I'm on him early.
Right.
I'm on him early.
No one's denying that skill-wise he's that good. Yes, he's close. How about Sean Strickland?
He's a little bit behind Bryce, but he's getting there.
Trey, I just love the education that we're having here. This is so good.
You're not teaching me anything. Everybody knows this.
I'm feeding you.
The dumbest person in the chat right now knows this.
I'm just allowing you to come to your senses by leading you there. That's all I'm saying.
There's a female in the chat probably only watching this right now because I'm on the screen. Even she knows this.
I doubt it. I've actually lost
and she's probably bad.
The percentages of females that watch this channel actually went down since I've had you on the channel. But Snipey says beta. Trey's still not taking his medication, as he says. Snipey. Von Letterman, Von Blue in the building. What's up, Von? Oh wait, so Ngabib gave a boring clinic on how to wrestle your way back, but Kobe Covington is an exciting fight. Tell Farquhar to lay off the polvo. That means lay off the crack or the coke, basically. Hey, Bubba says, Trey, what's up, man? See if you can fit that yellow mic in your mouth. Oh my god.
Y'all think that's funny? Y'all think that's funny coming on here trying to disrespect me, get your little 15 seconds of fame? Nobody's laughing at it. Nobody's laughing at it.
I thought that was pretty funny. Torrin says, no, we just appreciate good fights, not boring humpfest matches. That's all Bryce Mitchell does. Any last thoughts on this whole Bryce Mitchell situation?
Yeah, y'all going to stop disrespecting him. He's on his way. He's on his way. 5 fights in, he's a dog. He's doing things only one other dude in the history of the UFC has done. Y'all going to stop disrespecting him. He's not boring. Sorry that he's absolutely mauling cats on the ground. Hey, how about you give him a better fighter to fight against them? Ooh. Sorry, he's absolutely dogging these dudes.
Glad you brought
How about you give him somebody?
Glad you brought that up. Who does he have to see next? I can tell you who's above him. Oh, okay.
First, I want him to fight.
Right. I know, but first let me ask you this. Would you be okay with him fighting anyone under him, or does he have to fight someone that's a higher rank?
No, fight above. Let's get going.
I agree. He has to fight someone above. The people above him right now are Chikadze, Allen, Emmett. Allen is probably going to have a phenomenal performance this weekend. We shall see. Emmett, Cater, Chan Sung Young, Yair Rodriguez, Brian Ortega, Max Holloway, Volkanovski. He's not ready for the title. Volkanovski will absolutely dog Bryce Mitchell. That goes without saying. Max Holloway would completely destroy Bryce Mitchell at the moment. Yeah, Yair Rodriguez, he might have a chance.
That's the one.
That's the one, right? That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one. Get him up the top 5.
Wait, I think he has a chance against Brian Ortega as well.
That's the second one for me.
Okay. Yeah.
Brian is number 2.
Okay.
And then Yair is my preferred matchup. Let's go fight Yair.
My question to you is, do you see the UFC doing anything like that, or are they going to keep him between the rank number 5 to 8?
Maybe.
They like him. They like him.
Listen, not only that, you talk about Bryce taking off. Is he there yet? That man was everywhere after the fight. That man was on Fox News, on different shows on Fox News.
Good point.
On the biggest show on there. Whether you like it or not, it gets millions of views.
Good point.
This guy's taking off now. Oh, hold on a second now.
Drew, he has to. 999, he says, did you see the Patty, bro? We're going to be talking about that later. Listen, You're right about Bryce Mitchell. He's doing the right things off like outside of the octagon. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying his style is a little bit boring at the moment. I think he's gonna improve.
Horribly stupid comment. Every legend and every person who knows fighting or anything about it would look at you and say,
we're gonna get to the Paddy Pimblett thing. Also, the GOAT Henry Cejudo has spoken. Probably one of the best coaches in the UFC right now. We'll talk about that real quickly. Trey, let me bring this up to you. One of your favorite fighters, I'm pretty sure you have a poster of him somewhere in your house. He says this. Let me quickly take you off the screen because holy moly. There we go. That's a lot better. I'll just call an early prediction, and I want your thoughts on this, Trey, your reaction. Michael Chandler KO, O'Malley said. That's just how I see that. I don't usually have an opinion. I don't know what, for whatever reason. I think Michael Chandler KOs Tony Ferguson. Chat, do you agree or disagree with Sean O'Malley? Trey, do you agree or disagree with Sean O'Malley?
Just another fighter backing me up and letting me know I'm right again. And it just so happens to be one of my favorite fighters.
Yeah.
How about that? Tony, bummy boy, the streak is over. Ferguson hasn't been the same since I believe Justin Gaethje knocked the life out of him.
That's exactly. I mean, they went the distance, but yes.
Knocked the life out of him. Sucked the soul out of him. Gone forever. Career ender. A downward spiral, some would say. And now Michael Chandler is going to go in there and absolutely bully this man. And guess what? It's probably going to be boring. Sorry, y'all. Since y'all don't really like fighting and y'all don't like seeing people scrap and duke it out, it'll probably be boring to y'all. But it's going to be an incredible fight. And Michael Chandler is going to bully this man. And he'll probably knock him out in the second round. They might even stop it standing up.
You got to read what Drew said. Trey, I promise you, listen, believe me, Trey. I promise I'm not doing this just to go against you because I do that a lot, right? Like I'll go against what you say a lot. Most of the time it's because you have nothing worthy of being said. Trey, just don't explode, okay? Like just relax because I know how you are. What if we get a Ferguson that is able to turn back the clock? Chandler can't put him out. It's probably going to be a 5-round fight. If it's a 5-round fight, Ferguson has all the stamina in the world, the cardio in the world. Chandler is known to gas out. I'm going to say right here, Trey. Look what he did against Gaethje. The first round, he looked great. Second and third, he looked completely...
That's not gassing out. That's called just letting everything you have go as soon as the bell sounds for 2 or 3 rounds.
In the first round. Let me just say this. I have a funny feeling. And listen, you saw the last card last week. I was like 5-0. I have a funny feeling.
Flip that around.
I have a funny feeling Ferguson is going to, turn back the clock.
You know what's crazy?
Uh-huh.
This is like you saying that just like...
I believe it. I'm not joking.
It just gives me that comfort I need, like that. Okay, I'm on the right side. Because you never pick anything right. You don't ever pick anything right.
Just throwing that out. Listen.
Yeah, when was that a month ago now?
Roughly.
Was that a month ago now?
Roughly. Roughly.
That's the last one you got right.
I don't know if that's the last one I got right.
Yeah. That's the last one you got right. That's pitiful. The truth is finally starting to come out, y'all.
I had Bryce Mitchell right.
It's ugly.
Kevin Holland, right? Moicano, I got wrong. Colby Covington. Yeah, I've been having a rough streak recently. Trey, I'm not gonna lie. Just looking over a couple names right now. I have a funny feeling.
You're about 0-9 in your last actual picks.
Listen. Chat, is there anybody out there that agrees with me? I just feel like Ferguson's gonna turn back the clock, man.
Heck no. What is this, a fantasy land? Are we in the metaverse or something? Are we creating characters? You don't just turn back the clock. You don't get the life knocked out of you and get bullied and get torn up.
Trey, you're gonna
and just turn it back and say, "Oh, never mind. I'm gonna be good again." It don't work like that.
You're gonna owe me for the Oliveira Gaethje fight, but are you willing to put 10 bones on this fight?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You're gonna owe me 10 bones. I listen. When I get that thing, just like when I saw Khabib fighting Ciryl Gane, I'm like, you know what? I have a funny feeling.
Stop that. Y'all gonna listen. We're not gonna keep doing that. We're not gonna keep doing that.
What's that? What's that?
We're not gonna keep doing the Khabib.
I mean,
No. We're not. It was accidental takedowns, accidental leg sweeps. The boy was just so tired he was falling over on him and getting lucky with the takedown. Please stop. Don't you ever disrespect Khabib like that or Bryce Nurmagomedov.
Ngannou lost the first 2 rounds, won the next 3 because you know what he did, Trey? It kind of reminded me of like Piotr Jan. Downloaded the data, first 2 rounds, said, you know what? I got to take this fight to the ground. I got to dominate on the ground, be a version of myself that people haven't seen, what I've been working on behind closed doors. And that's what he did in the 3rd round, the 4th round, the 5th round. He's that special. But, I don't mean to digress. Ferguson, I believe he has a chance. Carlos Beltran says, MillerDC copy. Tony, a legend. He's done, though, says Drew. So Drew agrees with you. Tony has been done. A legend, says Snipey. I agree with Miller, says Torin. It's a 3rd round.
That guy's an idiot. That guy's an idiot, though, so it doesn't really matter.
Guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. What was I going to say? Is it a 3-round fight, though? Because then I would maybe lean a little bit more favorably towards Chandler. I was hoping it was a 5-round fight.
I think it is a 5-round, but I might be wrong.
I'm assuming that's like a co-main, and that could potentially be a 5-round. Moicano and RDA was a co-main non-title fight, and that was a 5-round fight, right?
Yeah, but that's because it got pushed back because RDA and Fiziev was supposed to headline like a fight night or something.
That's
so he
right.
said he wanted to still fight a 5-round, blah, blah, blah.
I hope they can make a 5-round fight out of that one. Chandler, Ferguson turns back the clock. You heard it here first, so when we could rewind it one day and we could see that I was right. Chandler, I'm not that big on Chandler. The competition in the UFC is different than Bellator. He's been
I've been saying the same thing. He's been kind of getting exposed a little bit, but that's why they're giving him this. That's why they're giving him this easy fight to say, okay, get back on your feet, buddy. Let's get you back in a bright light and not the old decline, see your way out light.
Chandler in his most recent fights, let me actually look it up because he hasn't looked that spectacular. Give me one second.
He's fought dogs.
He has.
He lost to Oliveira.
Just like Dan Hooker,
he almost won.
But you're defending him.
He almost won.
Dan Hooker was the same thing, right?
Dan Hooker has been losing to dogs. Not just two of the top ones. Not the champ and then the person who's about to beat the champ.
He lost to Makhachev.
He's losing to everybody.
Arguably one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the UFC. Chandler loses to Oliveira, loses to Gaethje. Now if he loses to Ferguson?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm. What if Chandler's not as good as we thought he was?
He's going to dog Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson is done. He's a bum. He's washed. He's fried. It's over. Get that big-eared boy out of here.
You know what I just realized? I'm looking at Chandler's record right now. You know that man has not won a decision in the UFC. In the UFC, right? KO in the second round. Right, KO in the second round. Rear naked choke in the first round, and then Dan Hooker was his last win, a knockout in the first round. Then when he loses, it's by knockout to Oliveira after he almost had Oliveira out, and then Justin Gaethje, unanimous. Justin Gaethje,
and that was an absolute slugfest. The best round in history, probably first round.
It was. Now listen. Ferguson is in a 3-fight skid, right? He lost to Beneil Dariush, Charles Oliveira, the elite of the elite, right? But he went the distance against Oliveira. He went the distance against Dariush. He got knocked out in the 5th round. It took him 5 rounds against Justin Gaethje.
Listen, I would love to see the numbers for those fights because those were awful fights. Both of them were just like I don't know if one memorable thing happened in those fights.
My point is Ferguson does not get finished. He doesn't get finished.
Okay.
The only way Chandler wins is finishing. He's not like a points fighter. What's that? He finishes people?
Because that's what he does. That's what he does. He finishes people.
He's not going to finish Ferguson. He's going to turn back the clock.
Why?
I am sure.
That boy's
Trey.
clock is broken. His clock is broken. You understand that? You can't fix it. He's got to go get a new clock, and you can't do that.
A dead clock is what, right? Twice a day, right? Is that the saying? I'm just throwing that out there.
Something like that.
Ferguson
broke clock, but yeah.
Final prediction for Chandler Ferguson. You might as well give it to me right now.
What do you mean? We got 10 bones on that. I got Chandler winning.
I know you got him winning, but how so? Okay.
Yeah.
Ferguson decision. Split.
Everybody clip this. We can see how dumb Miller looks in the future.
I've been.
It's fun. I love doing it. Me and Miller talk behind the scenes all the time, and I love seeing when he's wrong every time. He lets me know.
Do you think
Chandler to see how often I'm right?
Plugs brought up a great point, Trey. A great point. Guys, hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Plugs brings up a great point. Do you think Chandler will be the same after the Justin fight? That's something that we just absolutely haven't just mentioned. He took a lot of punishment in that fight, Trey. So did Tony Ferguson. But again, Ferguson is a UFC veteran. Chandler, again, maybe not as good as most people thought. Von Blue agrees with you. He says second round, Chandler TKO.
First of all, I'm surprised Von's in here. He's probably taking a break from making profiles about me again.
Right.
Second of all, I just don't see it happening. You know what I'm saying? He got beat up, but it was like that's a Michael Chandler fight. That's literally a him fight. He's either gonna stand there and knock you out and punish you and keep the pace up on you, and eventually finish you, or he's gonna get knocked out. It's kind of like Justin Gaethje almost, but Justin's just way more of a dog. Way more of a dog. He's about to be the champion. So I just don't see it happening. Tony Ferguson ain't doing it, buddy. Sorry.
I can't. When is that, by the way? Is that April 9th?
Yeah, April 7th or April 9th or something like that.
April 9th is a Saturday. It's the day before April 10th, which is probably one of the most important holidays in America. So, guys, keep that locked. I can't wait for that.
Is that your birthday or something?
Obviously, if I said it's one of the most important holidays around. So, write it in your little calendar, all right? Gaethje changes careers for the worst. Same thing he's going to do to Charles. Oh, here we go. You hear what you said? That was Andrew Wheat. As much as I would love to say he knows about the UFC, he just he finds a way to disappoint me. And Khabib picked up a 260-pound monster and dumped him on his head. Put some respect on his name. Just say Nabib, says Beta Quest. Ferguson has been training with Freddie Roach, so his stand-up defense should be better. It's another good point, Torin. Another good point. UFC 274 is in May, says Torin Brown. Any last thoughts about the Chandler and Ferguson before we move on, Trey?
Yeah, we got 10 bones on it. It's just another fight. I'm going to beat you in, and I'm going to be right over you again, and it'll be great. I love being in profit. Thank you, Miller, for the $10. And to future me watching this, you did it again, kid.
Me watching this. Leroy, welcome to the stream, my guy. Thank you for being here. Quick thoughts, Kevin Holland, before we get back into fight talk. Kevin Holland once again saves the day. Ariel Hawani says a gunman opened fire in a Houston restaurant last night. 40 to 50 people were there. 3 men immediately took the gunman down. One of those heroes, Kevin Holland, I'm told. He did it again. Any initial reactions to that, Trey?
Yeah, first of all, Ariel's a bum. He's a cornball. Second of all, hey, Kevin Holland is just crazy enough to try it and skilled enough to be successful at doing it. So shout out to that guy. He's a hero.
I like that, Trey. That was good.
Hey, I'm smoking with it, baby. Hold on a second.
That was
that did make me feel good.
Can you say that was nicely phrased? I'm gonna rewind to that. Can you repeat that?
I can do it again. I can do it again for you.
Yeah, please.
Hey, Kevin Holland. First of all, Ariel's a bum and a cornball. And Kevin Holland's crazy enough to try it and skilled enough to be successful at it.
This is the second time
Shout
he
out
does
to that guy.
This is the second time he does something like this. My question is, where the heck does he go out to hang out at? He's always into like something crazy like this happening. Maybe he needs to chill out, but
I don't know.
It's just
I don't know. Was that like an active shooter or somebody fighting and he was about to shoot this guy and there's just a crowd around, or like, they could be hyping it up, who knows, but
right.
probably like a dive bar or some local bar or something.
It was at 11:30 p.m. Alarm went off. 50 people were inside. Somebody shot or something like that. I laugh a lot even when things aren't funny, Holland. I actually have that same problem. Not even joking. But anyways, Holland declined to be interviewed by local media, but reportedly gave a statement to local police, per Hawani. I mean, I'm just saying, this guy maybe shouldn't go out as much. He's always in the face of danger. Any last thoughts on this? Kevin Holland. He did come off a win too. Second round knockout.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
What do you think about him as a fighter?
He had a takedown in the fight and takedown in the bar.
He was drilling.
Yeah. I mean, I like him. I think he's great. I think the drop down in weight is going to be nice for him.
Think it's going to be good for him?
He's going to be solid down there. Yeah. And as long as he stops talking and doing all that lame stuff when he's getting whooped, then we'll be all right.
No, agreed. Leroy says, tough fight for Alex Caceres. Yeah, we were talking about it a bit earlier where he was just getting eaten alive by those leg kicks, and that made me feel really bad. I think he'll bounce back, but he was on a 5-fight win streak before that. Like, I can't wait to see him back.
And if you didn't know, if you missed this, Miller chose him to win, and I chose Sodiq to win, and I was right, and Miller was wrong.
Caceres, man, it sucks because like he couldn't find a way to adjust against that, and credit to Sodiq. Let's get right to it. This is something I feel strongly about, but first let me explain what happened. Not too long ago, I put it back on the screen. This is Ilia Topuria and Paddy Pimblett. Here you go, guys. A little English there from Ilia. We'll talk about whether Kobe's ducking Hamza, and that's why he's calling out Poirier. I remember somebody mentioning that. I'll get back to it. Well, I'll make sure I mention that before we get out of here. Topuria, Paddy Pimblett, a fight behind the scenes, Trey. Listen, I want to talk about this a little bit because a lot of people might not know who Ilia is. He beats Paddy Pimblett in a fight in the octagon.
No, he doesn't.
He beats him. I am convinced.
No, he doesn't.
I am absolutely convinced he beats him.
No, he doesn't. And then he says a couple things to him at the bar or whatever. And then I'm pretty sure he gets online and says that Paddy was scared and he's lucky that his team was there or he would have knocked him out and all this stuff. What do you mean? Paddy was standing right there in your face, walking you down. You walked away and let one guy walk you back. Why is he trying to act tough now? He was right there. He didn't do anything. He was just trying to hype it up. Paddy would absolutely bully this man. He would get him on the ground and choke him out so quick, bro. It'd probably be a first-round finish because he would be coming in there all cocky, trying to go in there and knock him out. He would do something stupid. Paddy would take him down and triangle choke him or something. It would be bad.
Paddy looked like
Y'all don't even know about Paddy yet. That's what I'm saying. Y'all think he stands up, knocks dudes out and everything? This dude is raw on the ground.
Paddy looked like he gained 75 pounds. That's neither here nor there. I know a lot of people are hyped on Paddy. Let me just quickly bring up this. Ilia Topuria in the UFC, 3-0. Undefeated fighter, professional record of 11-0. Paddy Pimblett is known for being a grappler, right? Someone that's, submits others. You know what happened the last time Ilia Topuria was in the octagon against a grappler?
Can you name that person, please?
And a veteran. Yeah, of course. No problem, Trey. I would love to. His name is Ryan Hall. You know what happened to Ryan Hall? The veteran, which I got to keep repeating. The veteran. He got knocked out cold. Did you know that Ryan Hall beat BJ Penn before?
Yeah, this is perfect. He's that old. He's that old. He's that old. He was fighting BJ Penn, and now he's in here still trying to do it, and that bum's gone now. We're talking about, bro, are we really talking about this guy? And you're really giving credit over this guy?
You know, Ryan Hall was in a 4-fight win streak until he faced Ilia Topuria. You know that, right?
I don't care. It was probably against nobody's.
What is it that you have against Topuria? Because I think he's that good striking.
No, I'm not saying I think he's good. I'm not saying he's a bad fighter. I'm just letting you know.
Doesn't sound like
Patty is a dog on the ground. He would bully him. It would be one of those boring fights that everybody talks about in here because he would be mauling him so bad.
Well, what makes you think that Patty takes that fight to the ground? He's only had one UFC fight, right? You know how he was punching?
Listen, Miller,
that's how
he's not.
And he got caught.
He's not a striker. He's not a striker. He can just stand and bang. You understand that? He's just a dog. He's a scouser. He don't get knocked out. You guys heard it?
You know what Topuria is? A deadly striker. A deadly striker. You think Patty just takes it to the ground, submits Topuria, and that's it?
Because why would he stand up with him the whole time? He does have hands.
He can't. He'll get destroyed.
Exactly.
If he did.
Which is why he would take him down and bully him. And win the fight.
Ilia Topuria.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Why would he take him down? That's why.
Patty doesn't want that smoke.
You know why?
Patty doesn't want that smoke. Patty doesn't want that smoke. Who names himself Patty the Baddie? That sounds like a girl name. Like Patty the Baddie.
And who has that haircut? And who has that haircut? And then who goes in the ring and absolutely embarrasses you?
One win in the UFC. One win in the UFC. Hasn't faced anybody of.
And it was huge. And it was huge. And his Instagram blew up, and he blew up everywhere.
Because of his hair, his persona, not because of necessarily.
How many people follow old buddy?
That's what matters. That's where we go to. Who has more followers?
No. I'm just saying.
You sound like Devin Haney.
It does matter to a sense. It does matter to a sense.
We're talking right now about
the same thing we talk about with Francis. The same thing we talk about with Francis and everything. If you're not a draw, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
You're a nobody. Congrats on your couple wins. Wait till it gets you big enough to be able to fight me.
Let me ask you this. You think Topuria gets that fight?
Maybe if they keep hyping it up big enough and Patty takes it and everything, maybe.
What I recommend is that he doesn't take that fight. If he's even offered it. Speaking of Patty, he doesn't want that Topuria smoke this early. Topuria is an undefeated.
You're recommending who don't take that fight?
Patty.
He's got 3 wins, and his best win is against Ryan Hall.
Okay, name a better win for Patty Pimblett. Exactly. You're not.
He just joined.
Drew says
he
beat
just
42
joined.
DJ. I'm just listen. He doesn't want that smoke. That's all I'm saying. Patty has no defense. He punches like this. Danny Burns. Welcome to the stream, by the way. He punches like this.
He's gonna come out and do that again? You think he's gonna come out and do that again? Heck no.
He had to do that to, create a name for himself, but no, he's not. He's probably gonna want to grapple and stuff. But I don't know if you saw Ryan Hall try to take Ilia down, and that wasn't happening. Topuria is that good. I'm that high on him. That's how here he punches. Careful, Miller.
And Patty Pimblett, like, please stop.
Patty almost got knocked out in his first UFC fight. Says Plugs. Agreed. That was by that was via Plugs.
And then guess what? He didn't. And then he didn't.
Good point.
And then he didn't.
Drew,
so get that almost out of here.
The hat's gonna leave an indent if it gets any tighter. Speaking of your hat, they're basically saying it's struggling to hold on. Patty ground game is unseen yet.
Funny. It's loose on my head, you dummy. That's how dumb you are. Look at y'all.
Patty's ground game is unseen. That's what he would have to do against Ilia. One more thing we got to talk about in a bit. Don't start that Haney hate, Miller. I'm sorry, Vaughn. I thought nobody was gonna catch it. Question for you, Trey. I think Plugs brought it up. If I'm wrong, guys, let me know. Something that was mentioned, guys, hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Helps the channel out immensely. All right, Trey. Colby Covington. Is he calling out Dustin Poirier because he's scared to fight Hamzat? Is this division ducking Hamza? Is my question to you. The Usmans, the Colby Covingtons. We see Gilbert Burns is gonna take that fight, but I'm just figured I'd ask you.
This is the best time ever to fight Dustin because he's off 2 fights with McGregor. He just lost to Oliveira. He's had all big fights. He's the money fight. He's got the name right now. It's the best time to call him out. He could beat him. He would dog him and tear him up. It's another win that he can take over ATT. Hey, let's stop reaching here. Let's just look at what's right in front of our face. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm the source. This is why I tell y'all. This is why I'm the one that gets it done. I tell y'all. Look at all the facts just right in front of your face. He's going to beat a teammate of Jorge's.
I got to admit, I really like that name, The Source. I'm going to take it. I'm going to delete this video, and then I'm just going to run with it. But
well, you got to delete a couple videos.
Trey, I agree. I think this is the time to catch Poirier. But I don't necessarily think he's ducking Hamza, even though he might be. What I think it's more of
that fight's still gonna happen. You think if he fights Poirier, he's never gonna fight Hamza? Like, come on now.
Which is what I'm.
It's the selfish fan.
Which is what I'm leading to. I think right now, just Poirier is a bigger money fight. It's a big money fight. Colby versus Dustin. He's been talking about his wife, his kids. You know, Colby always takes it too far, but it's a bigger money fight than Hamza right now. Poirier versus Covington would be huge. Will be massive. Huge. Is that bigger than Usman and Covington?
It would be another pay-per-view.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is headlined by Colby that isn't a title fight.
Is that bigger than Colby Masvidal, Colby Usman?
Colby Masvidal? I think it's bigger than Colby Masvidal because Masvidal's a bum. Why do we even talk about this guy anymore? This guy sucks. He's been losing all his fights. If he didn't knock out Ben Askren like that, he would be a nobody.
He got poked in the eye, man. If that didn't happen and he wasn't controlled on the ground for 3 minutes,
he was getting tore up before that. He got tore up after that.
He might have a chance, but I don't mean to digress. I apologize. Is this a bigger fight?
Yes, this is a bigger fight, 100%.
I really like Colby Poirier. I like that. I like that fight.
And who do you think is gonna win?
That's a great question. Poirier, I hear, walks around at like 200 pounds. Whether it's true or not, who knows? Because, you know, Colby lies a lot. I don't know how true that is. Who's going to win? What weight do you think they fight at?
Probably a catch weight.
That's what I was thinking. At like what, though? 165?
5 maybe, yeah, probably. Probably 165. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Poirier got hands. But Colby's wrestling is just that good, whether you like him or not. Portlock, welcome to the stream. It's hard to bet against Colby right now. The only man that is just able to, again, just like Dana White says, just like everybody says, if Usman is not around, Colby's a champ right now.
Oh, look at you. You're finally starting to wake up a little bit. I'm finally starting to teach you. You're finally starting to get educated. Wow, son. I'm proud of you. Daddy's proud of you. Of course he would. He would mollywop Dustin. He would force Dustin to say, okay, I'll get a paternity test. I'll find out. I'll get a DNA test for my child. He would force him to say that.
Plugs, you bring up a great point.
It would be bad. What is Plug saying? There's no way Plugs is bringing up a great point. That's impossible.
This guy's pure comedy. Dustin and what he says is Dustin and Colby are both in weird positions, so might as well fight. But to what Portlock said, which I think is true. Trey, you tell me if I'm right. He says, or you tell me if he's right. I don't think Poirier wants that fight, says Portlock. It doesn't look like he wants that fight to me.
Heck no, he doesn't want that fight. He wants to fight Nate Diaz.
You think he's ducking Colby?
Yes, of course. Why wouldn't he? He knows what it is.
Colby's good. Colby's good.
He would manhandle him on the ground, and he's just as nice at striking with him.
Ahmed, welcome to the stream. Dustin versus Islam. I mean, we saw what happened with Oliveira, so Dustin's gonna have to work his way back up. Beta says we get that, but Colby could derail a hype train and get an immediate rematch, but decided to bully the lightweight. Let's one more topic before we get out of here. I mean, I think we hit all our key points, so I think we're just good to kind of just freestyle a little bit. Cejudo, Paddy Pimblett, Piotr, we hit everything. Colby Covington, Khamzat Chimaev. Colby Covington, Hamza Chimaev. Chat, I would love to hear your thoughts before we get out of here. We've been live for a whole hour. So thank you guys for being here. We have Trey Melton, the co-host. ! Trey, if you want to follow him. Guys, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Let's finish up. Hamza, Colby Covington. Is that fight ever going to happen? Because I don't think the Poirier-Covington fight is going to happen, but how do you have that fight right now if you had to guess on it?
It could happen. I don't know why it would happen right now. It'd be stupid for it to happen right now. Listen,
Yep.
Colby's next in line for the championship. He should be fighting again for the belt. That's exactly where he should go. He should go right back to fight for the belt. Him fighting Khamzat is great for the selfish fans, and it's cool, and it would be amazing for us to watch. It'd be incredible. And honestly, I'm going to be honest with y'all, Colby would probably win, and y'all would probably be real upset. So for Khamzat's sake and Colby's sake, that way he doesn't lose a chance at the title fight next, because I don't think he needs to fight anybody, and Khamzat doesn't get derailed and isn't just all hype, and he can still make his way up to the championship run where they can eventually fight for the belt or whatever it is. They should not fight each other right now. That's just business, baby.
Listen,
go ahead, Miller. Let's hear what your weak-minded, boring little answer is. Go ahead, I'm listening right now. You have the floor. You have the permission to talk.
Colby, he's that good. Hamza, I think, is that good. I think we're going to see that version of him fight an elite fighter against Gilbert Burns. I agree. But when you mention, and this is, not your fault, you're just not that well knowledge in the sport of MMA, where you said, yeah, I think he should just fight for the title again. Speaking of Colby Covington, I'm sorry, but I don't know if you watch, UFC interviews, post-fight interviews, anything of that nature. Dana White was maybe asked this question. If you do your research, I'm sorry you don't. He was asked, Colby, what does this do for him fighting for the title again? What does Dana White say? I don't think Colby Covington's fighting for the title anytime soon. So for you to just bring that up is just poor judgment, poor amount of research. So no, he's not going to fight for the title again soon. He's not going to fight Usman soon. No matter if he beats Dustin, if he beats Hamza, if he beats Burns, I think it's going to be a while. Why? I don't know. Maybe because he lost twice to Usman decisively. Maybe that's it.
Maybe everybody else has lost to Usman.
Which, to be fair, Trey, I don't think that makes sense. I'm just saying that's what Dana White said. I don't think that makes sense, right? Because who was the other fighter that lost for the title?
Talking right now, they'll end up making it in the future. It might not be the next fight, but he's gonna end up getting it. Dana's just saying that right now because they probably asked him right after the fight or whatever it is. But I mean, come on, let's be honest. Colby's gonna knock out anybody else and bully anybody else he fights. He's gonna have to fight for the title again.
I remember Max Holloway even losing to Volkanovski. He would keep getting the rematch and the trilogies or whatever. So why not the same energy for Colby Covington? I don't know. Beats me. Ahmed, welcome to the stream. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Welcome to the stream. So I'm just saying. Like, I just do my research. That's what I do, Trey. But yeah, I don't know why Dana is not so crazy about it. Maybe there's other bigger fights for him. Oh, rest in peace, Razor Ramon, by the way, guys, if you guys saw the news. Colby is way more interesting than Dustin, but yeah, Colby, yeah, rest in peace. He flies through Burns. That's a contender spot. He wants his trilogy. Man, if Hamza gets through Burns, though, man, that's gonna be crazy. So yeah, we could finish up with more Colby talk, but Tom Aspinall this weekend against Volkov. Yep. You want to talk about it?
Boys, if y'all want to lock in a parlay that can win y'all some money, lock in Paddy Pimblett and Tom Aspinall for your parlay and slam it and ride it home, baby. That's the lock of the year.
Well, I would give you credit, but I actually mentioned that parlay to you before this stream. So, guys, I know he kind of just like
0% chance to happen. 0% chance to happen. Miller was 0-6 on the card last week.
I don't know if anybody has any proof of that. Because
I was 5-0.
It's not true.
I was 5-0.
Guys, you heard it here first.
I was 4-1 on the card the week before that.
That's
9-1.
2-fight parlay. Paddy Pimblett, Tom Aspinall. Because I've been raving about Aspinall. Trey was like, who's Tom Aspinall? He asked me, and then I had to score him. Look, this guy looked great in his previous fight. He's not rushing his career. He was on the Hawani show. I like his character. I think he'll be a good face for the heavyweight division. The way he looked against Spivak was just phenomenal. Orlovsky, great. He has 3 performances of the night in only 4 fights in the UFC. This guy's the future.
Absolute animal. He's an absolute animal. Listen, he's going to get more hype and be on a stronger path and faster path than Tai Tuivasa, and I love Tai.
He's the future in my honest opinion. Look, Tai is ranked number 3, but I don't think he beats anybody above him. I don't think he beats Miocic, Gane, and Gano. He doesn't.
Please make that fight. Please make the Tai and Tom fight.
That's tough because I was gonna say Tom Aspinall. If he was up there, he's knocking on the door. Tai Tuivasa is special. Don't get me wrong. I just think Aspinall, pound for pound, or as a fighter,
technically he's a freak.
Yes, he's good, man. If you guys haven't heard of him, Aspinall, he fights this weekend. And for this weekend on the card, guys, I'm not going to be able to cover it. It's sad of me to say, but it's my brother's birthday. And Aspinall is one of my favorite fighters in the UFC. Him, Piotr Jan. There's just a few fighters that I love in the UFC, and Aspinall is one of them. And I'm not going to be able to cover it. But he fights Volkov this weekend. Arnold Allen versus Dan Hooker fights this weekend. Paddy Pimblett versus Rodrigo Vargas. Another crazy fight. Gunnar Nelson is on there too. Molly McCann. So make sure you guys watch it. If there's a way I could sneak into some kind of computer and stream it and do a live commentary, I will, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Danny Burns says, not saying Max versus Volk because it was a much closer couple of fights. Usman and Covington was pretty close, Danny Burns. One ref had it, Colby, going into, or two of them had it, Colby, going into the 5th in the first fight, Trey, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Maybe you could refresh my memory.
I believe so. I think it's 2.
Yeah. Aspinall has been training with the Gypsy King. Aspinall special. So clean box. Aspinall's that good. Mess says, I'm subbed, brother. I was hoping the channel came up on my recommended again. I was going to talk about how Trey was right about Kobe beating Masvidal. I hate that you gave Trey credit. It's just horrible to see, Ahmed. Nah, just kidding, man. Thank you for being here.
You know what I do, baby. I do this.
We do this every Tuesday.
I went 5-0 this weekend.
He says he went 5-0, but nobody caught it. When we actually cover the fights,
Miller's seen it. Miller's seen it because he was wrong. He kept choosing against me. He knows because he lost all those that I won. So he knows. He definitely knows.
The Paulo Costa Putin stuff, I saw Elon Musk call out Putin. I don't know if you guys saw that, which is quite interesting. But yeah, guys, a lot of things in the works. I don't know. What do you mean by the Paulo Costa Putin? Do you know anything about that, Trey?
No idea. Who is this guy talking right now?
Beta.
See what I'm saying, Beta? And you want me to, that's why I don't even respond to this guy anymore. He's in here talking about Paulo Costa and Putin.
Listen, Trey, I have an important question for you before we get out of here, guys. I can always see you criticizing everybody in the chat. Is there anybody that you like out there? A name that just makes you say, you know what? I kind of like this guy. Is there anybody in the chat?
I think Drew's all right sometimes.
Okay.
Andrew Wheat.
Okay.
And I like when Trey Melton comments. That's a great guy.
Okay.
And yeah, that's about it. Everybody else sucks. They're all talking down on my name, disrespecting me, trying to go at me and do all this stupid stuff.
Trey, you can follow Trey. I'll put it up one more time. If you want his picks, you can always add him on Twitter. You can always add him on Instagram. He has a following there. Leroy asked, where can we get Trey's picks for Saturday? So there you have it. Trey has some fans as well too. I wish there was a way I could give him my channel where he could cover the fight for this weekend, but we don't trust this guy. This guy's, who wears that hat? And
I already steal the show. Combo. I already run the show. I already take over the show every time I'm on it. Imagine if I had a whole stream by myself. Miller would lose everything he ever built, everything he has. It would all just be like that, evaporated from him. You think I want to do that to this guy? He's got a daughter. He's got a family to feed. Now I know how incredible I am. I know how great I am.
I know how incredible
I'm the source. I'm the source. Just because I do, that's why I stay humble. Just because I do all this stuff and I know how great of a person I am, doesn't mean I'm just going to come and take over this guy's whole channel. I can't do that to him. That's why I'm so humble and I do all this stuff. Obviously, I am all these things, but I keep it classy.
Before we get out of here, to what Trey said, just to remind a couple people of the names. Chat, you guys have done this, so applause. Round of applause to you guys. You guys did this. A couple nicknames for Trey that I will put up on the screen right now. Joe Dirt.
What is this?
Joe Dirt. Lord Farquhar. Supposedly he has the same amount of chest hair. Speaking of Trey. And,
what the heck is this? What? You have a list of nicknames for me right now?
No, the chat has done this. If you guys think of anything else, maybe we'll do like a giveaway. Maybe we'll do a giveaway where whoever has the best nickname for Trey gets like $50 or something like that. The next big, sponsor stream.
You should be giving me $50. They're disrespecting my name online forever. When I do nothing but good. I bring greatness to this channel. I'm the best thing that ever happened to this channel. No disrespect to Miller. I'm the greatest thing that ever grates this channel. That's why every single one of you on the chat look up to me like little fanboys and request 5 minutes for me and want to talk to me so bad.
Kenny Powers is another one. Just had to show that one real quick. Oh,
we're not talking.
Sorry.
I should be getting the $50.
Ahmed said, I gave you credit, Trey. Come on, dog. See, I mean, he's just an ungrateful, human being. It's just sad to see. Guys, hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Helps the channel out immensely. Share this video with friends, and family. Help us get our subscribers up. #1 MMA commentary and now podcast channel on YouTube. We have a lot of fun. We're going to just keep improving. Every episode we get better. This is only episode 8. I can't wait till we're like at episode 100 one day and we just, are killing it. Every Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Today we started at 7:30 p.m. We're most likely going to do that next week if Trey's available at that time, because then that means I can stay on a little bit longer like I did today. It's 8:47 though. I got to quickly get out of here. I got to hit the gym in the morning, guys. I've been lifting a little bit. Trey, anything you're doing behind the scenes that you want to tell everybody about? I do a golf channel on YouTube. It's called Wedgie's Golf Co. It's fun. I suck at golf. You can watch me suck over there. And talking about MMA. Sorry.
I play with my boys. Just like Miller doesn't know anything about this and loses money every single weekend, and I be bullying him in this podcast. Follow me on the IG. Hit me up if you want pics. I'll send you pics for real. And hey, I'm getting money every single weekend. I do this. I was 5-0 this week. Miller was 0-6. I was 4-1 last week. Everybody was disrespecting me, talking down on my name, saying 0-1, 0-1. You didn't have one. Then I went 4-0. Then he gets to this weekend, and I go 4-0. That's 9-1 if you can't do the math, because I know everybody's slow. Now, never forget it. I'm the source. I'm the one that gets it done. Hey, listen to me, baby. Trump 2024. We're coming for Putin then. Let's go, Brandon. I'm out of here.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. Oh, somebody said he looked like Chum Lee. That is actually hilarious. I love the way he exits. Guys, I put the video of the golf company that he's talking about. If you guys want to go subscribe to that too. We love Trey. At the end of the day, I know we joke around a lot, so it has to be said. Have a ton of respect and love for that guy, man. Trey, I've known him since the Twitch days when I used to game a lot. So, guys, thank you for being here.